Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. Certainly. In Java, the URL class, which is part of the java.net package, represents a uniform resource locator, a pointer to a resource on the World Wide Web. A URL can be used to retrieve data from the internet, and the URL class provides methods to handle various aspects of a URL. Key components of a URL. A URL generally has the following components. Protocol, example HTTP, HTTPS, FTP. Host, the domain name or IP address of the server. Port, optional, the port number on the host. Path, the specific resource on the server. Query, optional, parameters for the resource. Fragment, optional, a fragment identifier. Creating a URL object. To create a URL object in Java, you can use the URL constructor by passing a string representation of the URL. Here's a simple example. Explanation of the code. 1. Importing the required packages, the java.net.malformed URL exception and java.net.url classes are imported. 2. Creating a URL object, the URL constructor is used to create a new URL object from a string. If the string is not a valid URL, a malformed URL exception is thrown. 3. Retrieving URL components. GetProtocol returns the protocol of the URL, example HTTP, HTTPS. GetHost returns the host name of the URL. GetPort returns the port number of the URL. If no port is specified, it returns -1. GetPath returns the path of the resource. GetQuery returns the query part of the URL, if any. GetFile returns the file part of the URL, which includes the path and the query. GetRef returns the reference or fragment, if any. Handling exceptions. The malformed URL exception is caught in the catch block, which handles cases where the URL string does not follow the correct format. Example output. Given the example URL https://www.example.com/path/to/resource, query equals param #fragment, the output will be connecting to a URL. You can also use the URL object to make connections and read data from the resource pointed to by the URL. Below is an example of how to connect to a URL and read its content. Final notes. Always handle exceptions properly when dealing with URLs. Be cautious about network operations, as they can introduce latency and should not be performed on the main thread in GUI applications. Ensure you have proper permissions if you are making network requests, especially in environments with security restrictions, like applets or certain enterprise environments. This tutorial should give you a solid foundation for working with the URL class in Java.